Well, once again, very good evening to everyone, and then welcome back to the session on Excel, which we are working on. Well, I already asked you to get ready with the file, which I've already shared. That is called as Exercise 1 Workbook. Now, let me take off this status bar. Okay. Now, let's see the task which we all have worked on. Till random numbers, we did it. And then now we will have to work on the rank. I'm sure, again, this is one of the powerful feature wherein you will be using in the case of your project works. Now, on what the ranking will be given now? That is the question. The rank smallest number, rank largest number. We know that, let's say, if I take serial number 1 to 10, you can rank the highest number, 10 being the first rank. At the same time, you can also rank the lowest number or the smallest number as rank 1. There are two ways of ranking. Maybe you can go with the ascending order or descending order, but you will be deciding which one you would like to go with. At the same time, you will be understanding what is the difference between the smallest rank and the largest rank, and just a word which is called as rank. Now let us rank the unit price column. The target is now unit price. So I've just written here the condition as unit price is the target for us to exercise task number 14, task number 15, and task number 16. Therefore, task 14, 15, 16 is all about the rank on the unit price column. Now I'll do control home. Now I would like to have a column next to unit price. So tell me the shortcut. How can I get the complete column quickly without using a touchpad or a mouse?
Control Z down arrow key.
Control,
Control Shift down arrow key.
yeah, control space bar, control shift plus. You also please try. That should work with you guys. If it is working, you can just say it is working. You want me to repeat how to get the new column?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, very good. See here, I want to introduce a new column next to column C, next to unit price. You can see here in the D column, you can see the status as a column, but before status and after unit price, I would like to introduce or I would like to insert new column. Therefore, my cursor will be in the column D anywhere. You just say control, long press, and the space bar. Control and a space bar. The entire column is now selected. Is it working?
Yes, sir.
Now I'll do control shift plus. Control shift will be a long press and I'll press plus. And I got a new column. Did you got the column?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now just see here, I do the control Z. If people are not remembering the shortcut, it is very simple. On the column D, you will have to do a right click if you are going with the mouse or a touchpad, because I'll have to train you both the things, right? Yeah, see the column D, you touch the column D. After pressing this column D, you will do a right click and then you will say insert. And you can see here the new column is inserted. Please name this as a rank. Please name this as rank. After writing the cell name as rank, now let us rank the 67. We have 67 products. So let us go and rank the 67 products. How do I write? Any function in the Excel should start with the X equal to. Any function in the Excel should start with the equal to. Now we want a rank. So I'll write rank. Now you can see something called as rank.avg, rank.eq, rank. I would like to just have the rank. Now it says this function is available for compatibility with Excel 2007 and earlier. This returns the rank of a number in a list of numbers, its size relative to other values in the list. It is a very clear message. This function is available for compatibility with Excel 2007 and earlier. What does this mean? Any guess what does this mean? Are you getting the same message in your Excel?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Is it saying this function is available for compatibility with Excel 2007 and earlier? Yes, please. I would like to know from you. Do you have the same message what I am getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us try something here because you will be knowing is equal to rank, and then I open the bracket. It says number. Number is nothing but here, the number. Now, should I have to select the entire column or just a reference or just one cell? You tell me which one I should do. Entire column or only one cell?
One cell, sir.
Very good, sir. One cell. So the first cell I selected and then I do a comma. And your Excel is now talking to you. It is saying REF. So what is REF?
Reference.
Yeah. What is the reference? What is the reference for the rank for the unit price column? Any idea? It is the entire range. It is the entire range in the column C. Now I'll select here. I go to the column C and then I'll select the entire column, but I'll make sure that I will not select the last few items because they are talking about the sum, average, median, mode, standard deviation. I don't want all those things. I want to take till row number 68. So I selected it. And now if I say close the bracket and hit enter, let's see what it appears. It says $36. For me, it is appearing as a $36. Is it same with you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now this is very important. Let us do a makeup, like how you guys do a makeup for your face. In the same way, we should do a makeup here for this rank. Now, if you want to use a touchpad or a mouse, you can do a double click, wherein you will get the automatic output for all the cells. That is one. Now, if I want to use the shortcut, how do I get the output? Can you tell me if I want to use the shortcut to get the output?
Control space, Control R.
Control space, Control R. Are you sure? Control space. And if I say Control R, something has happened here. See, I just did what you said. I'll do Control Z.
Control D, sir.
Control D. But before that, I need to select the range. You're right. Control D, you're right. D stands for Davangere. That is correct. But before that, I need to select a range. So what I'll do, I'll just go here. It's all about I should go to the bottom, which means the last reference cell. This is the last reference cell. Shift, Control, up arrow key. Now I can do Control D, what you guys are saying, Control D. So get it quickly, either using the shortcut or using a touchpad or a mouse, but get the output. Have you got the output? Have you got the output for D column?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about others? You want me to repeat?
Yes, sir.
You want me to repeat?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. See, you should ask me. Otherwise, it is the Excel, not even a PPT, so that you will say, I'll download the PPT and then read. Okay, very good. Now, what is your question here? You got this 36 as a response?
No, sir, I didn't go.
Okay, no problem. Let us do it together. Come on. Your good name, please?
Azra.
Azra, let's do it together. So you're in the column D now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Come on. Equal to, type in RANK, rank. And open the bracket now. Shift 9. The moment when you say is equal to rank, open the bracket, your Excel is talking to you and it is saying number, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the number is unit price, that cell, the first product cell, unit price. So select that $18.
Yes, sir.
That's it. That is the number. Now Excel says comma, put a comma. Now you are giving a rank for this $18 by considering the reference range, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now reference says that the complete selection of unit prices range. So I'm using a shift and then I'm using a down arrow key here. I'm not using a touchpad or a mouse. I'm just selecting the entire column. I'm just doing it slowly. Why? Because you will understand the logic.
Yes, sir.
I'm selecting the particular column. Yes. So I select till here, till the row number 68. You selected it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Close the bracket and hit enter. What is the output you got?
36.
Perfect. You have this. Now see here, Azra, you have two options. You can go to that output cell and right in the corner, you can see here plus symbol.
Yes, sir.
You do a double click and you get the automatic output. Okay. You got it?
Sir, I got it.
You got it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So without using a mouse, how do you do that? Do Control Z first so that you just have 36 as the response, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you do one thing. You can go towards left or you can go towards right, but the logic is in the column D, you should go to the last cell where you want the output. Now be in the column E.
Yes, sir.
Come on, do with me. Control down arrow key. Go to the it's going to the bottom, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you press left arrow key. You're in the column D now, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now shift control up arrow key. Select it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Selected.
Control D. D stands for dog or
Yes,
Davangere.
sir. Yes, sir.
You got the output now?
Yes, sir. I got it.
Yeah, perfect. Now let us do the makeup for this rank. Rank is not a dollar. It is not a currency. Now I will be helping you guys on the task number 22. You can see here the task number 22. So that is what now I'll be showing you. Task 22 is nothing but makeup on the output, on the Excel, on the data. Like how you do a makeup for your face, you will be doing a makeup for the Excel now. Come on. Now from 36, from the 36, I want you to select the entire range. Control Shift down arrow key. Select it, please. Selected? The complete range in the column D to be selected. Done? You guys are following? Okay, now the first thing is for the rank, I want to remove the decimals. You can see here, I'm showing you increase the decimal, decrease the decimal in the home button. Under the home button, you can see here increase and decrease. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you decrease the decimals and make it as a perfect number. If your screen is not matching with my screen, you're most welcome to stop me by. So what is that we did now? We have removed the decimals, 2 decimals. Now let's say if you want to introduce the decimal, just below the custom under the home button, you can see here increase decimal. You can increase the decimals. However, how many digits you want, you can actually do that. Now what I'll do, I'll just decrease, because we don't want decimal at all. Done. So I believe now you all have removed the decimals, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the selection is like that. Now I want you to use your mouse or a touchpad, do a right click, and then select format cells. Select format cells and a separate window opens. Is it working for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you please select number, the category as number, and then say OK. Now you can see a perfect number here. If it is not matching with my screen, you're most welcome to stop me by and tell me quickly. If you see here, if you just scroll down, you can see a perfect number. Did it right?
Once again, sir.
Okay, yeah. So what I was telling is select the entire range of column D, the rank column. Control Shift down arrow key, selected it. Did you select?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I want you to use a touchpad or a mouse and then do a right click, and then you can see format cells. Can you see the format cell?
Yes, sir.
Click on that format cells. Is it Ajay?
Yes, sir.
Very good, Ajay. Yeah. So you got this window now? Format cells
Yes,
window?
sir.
Okay. In this category, if you see here, the first one is general and the second one is number. You please select the second one as number
Okay, sir.
and then say OK. Now your output and my output is matching, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Very good. Yeah. Thank you. Now let me train you guys a bit more something complicated, like how we generally do the analysis. Now I want to shuffle the data and then arrange this in an order, the ranks. Now I can see 36 rank, 34 rank, 55 rank, 4 rank. I don't understand exactly. Now what I'll do, I select the entire column of D. Do it quickly. Select the entire column of D. And then under the home button, you can see towards right hand side, sort and filter. These are the stuffs which you will be doing on a daily basis. For that reason, I'm showing you. Under the home button towards right hand side, sort and filter. Click on that sort and filter. Now, can we select sort smallest to largest? Can we go with this now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's click on sort smallest to largest. Now it says sort warning. Never select continue with the current selection. Never do that. If you want to know what happens, maybe you can do once the class is over. But now I will say expand the selection by default, whatever it comes. You just press sort. And everything is sorted out. If you move towards right, you will see everything got disturbed. Earlier, you could see the task, but now everything got disturbed. Why? Why is that? Any guess? Why is that?
The rank between.
No. Now I'll do the control Z. Come on, you also do the control Z. Control Z, which means that when we did a sort, we said expand the selection. If you see here, I'll show you. Please see my screen now. Sort smallest to largest. Expand the selection. If I say expand the selection, everything gets disturbed. And that is the reason you can see here, everything got jumbled. Everything got jumbled. I'll do again control Z. When you're working on your file, you should be very careful. Now, I want to cross check what is the first rank and what is the last rank here in the column D. I want to check that using a filter. What is the shortcut to apply a filter quickly?
Alt
DFF.
Yes.
DFF.
Yeah, please do that. Alt DFF. And in the column D, I want to open the window. I want to open that filter. How do I open the filter without using a touchpad mouse? Alt down arrow key. Alt Alt long press and then the down arrow key. Now I'll be using a down arrow key. I'll just go to the select all and then I press. What should I press to deselect everything?
Space bar.
Very good. I press the space bar and I can see here it starts with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. You can see here something like this. It has taken till 64. Can you see the rank 1?
No, sir.
Why? Why rank 1 is not available? Now, I want everyone to stop using your Excel and please have a look at my screen. I do something here, look at the screen and try to understand what is that I do now. Okay. And you will be telling me what is that I did. Stop your Excel, please. Come on. Hey, you, Priya, stop there. Yeah, come on the screen here, the one which I've shared. Look at the screen, what I'm doing here now. On the first cell under the column D, I'm doing something. Just see what is that I'm doing. And now I'll open the drop down and I can see rank 1. How is that? And why is that? What is that I did? If you want, I'll do it again. Anand, Panindra, what is it I did? You want me to repeat?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah, you see here. When I got the output, I just checked by clicking the drop down that no first rank is available when I want to check here. It starts with the second, third, fourth. I press the escape abort and now I understood that something is missing. Now you carefully look into the screen. Only for 5 seconds I'll be doing something. You try to understand what is that I do in the next 5 seconds. Now you can see rank 1. Earlier there was no rank 1, but now you can see the rank 1. What is that I did?
So you selected a cell so that it can't change. values.
Yes, yes. Who's that?
Manindra, sir.
Panindra, yes, very good. Thanks a lot. Now, this is what the powerful feature is now. Everybody, please watch here. Now, when you say rank, you see the formula bar here. First, try to understand what is that I'm trying to say. This is really important. This is really important, which is called as inserting or introducing dollar sign. That is the technique which I'm telling you now. Introducing the dollar sign. Now, what is the importance of dollar sign? That we need to understand. Look at my screen here, the one which I've shared. I'm in the formula bar. If you see the formula is equal to rank, C2 is the number and C2 to C68 is the range. Correct? Am I right? C2 to
Okay.
Sir.
C68 is a range. You know it, C2 to C68 is a range. I know that C2 to C68 is a range, but how is it the Excel knowing that it is a range? That is the fixed range. Do you agree? It's a fixed
Sir.
range, right? But Excel should understand the fixed range. Now, when I say Excel should understand the fixed range, what does that mean? That means that you should tell Excel that C2 to C68 is the fixed range by introducing a dollar sign. Now I'll do F2. I will edit the formula now. You see here, I'm selecting C68 to C2. I'm selecting it and then I'm pressing F4. And you can see there automatically dollar sign is introduced between C and 2. Can you notice that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is important now. I want you guys to work on this and get the output. Take 2 to 3 minutes, but do not get worried if you're not getting. You will be asking me after 2 to 3 minutes. Try, explore, experiment. This is important now. F4 is introducing the dollar sign. Now, if you don't remember the F4, now see here, after pressing the F to edit the formula, I'm using my left arrow key. Between C and 68, I can use Shift 4. You can see the dollar sign. And for C, I can press Shift 4. There is a dollar sign. For C2, I can use a Shift 4 dollar sign. Manually, I can do this. But what is that I did without doing a manual? I just selected the range C2 to C68 using shift left arrow key, and then I pressed F4. And between C and 68, C and 2, there is a dollar sign. I want you to experiment this now and get the output. After 2 minutes, I'll see you guys. You are experimenting the application of dollar sign to fix the range. You have 2 minutes to do that. In the meantime, let me get my board because I want to write on the board something. If anybody got the output now, rank 1, please let me know. Anybody got the output? No one? Yes or no, quickly. If there is no, I'll train. If there is yes, I'll skip.
No, sir.
No, okay, no problem. Good. When you communicate to me, that is where we start the journey. And now, please see here what is that I'm sharing. Okay. Now I'm talking about introducing a dollar sign. Introducing a dollar sign. The importance of introducing a dollar sign is that you will be telling Excel that the range is fixed. You will be telling the Excel that range is fixed. You know it is fixed. C2 to C68. You know that it is fixed. This is a fixed range. You know it. But how is that Excel is aware of? In order to make sure Excel is aware of, you will be introducing a dollar sign between the range. Now you can see here I'm introducing the dollar. For 68 also I introduced the dollar. For C I introduced the dollar. For 2 I introduced the dollar. For C I introduced the dollar, which means that now Excel understood that the range is fixed. Now using this board information, experiment in your column D on the first cell and then get the output. Once you introduce this dollar sign in the first cell, you will have to do a double click because all the cells should have the replication. And if anybody gets the response, please do let me know. First of all, you understood the concept of a dollar sign, correct? Any question here? By the way, I'm asking you guys, have you understood the concept of a dollar sign? You there, guys?
Yes, sir.
My goodness, this is really surprising. Have you understood the concept of dollar sign?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let me stop sharing here. The board is removed. I'll just close that board. I don't want that board anymore. I'll be on my Excel. I think I have to talk to you seriously, but before that, let me finish up this. Now I'm in the Excel. So I was just telling you that to introduce a dollar sign for C2 to C68. Why C2 to C68 dollar sign? Because that is the table range, that is the data range. And Excel should understand that the starting point is C2 and the end point is C68. For that reason, I manually do now shift 4. For the C, I introduced dollar sign. For 2, I'm introducing a dollar sign. At the same time, for C, I'm introducing a dollar sign. And for the 68, between C and 68, I'm introducing dollar sign. And say enter. After doing that, if you see in the second cell, there is no dollar sign. What I mean to say now, all the cells should have the replication. Therefore, in the first cell, if you place your cursor, you can see you introduced a dollar sign. Now you again do a double click so that automatically the number gets changed. Now, how many of you got this one? Have you understood the one which I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You got the responses, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is what the rank which I was talking about. If you see here in the task number 14. The task 15 and 16 I'll be completing here by showing you something. You can please have a look over here. If you just type in the rank and then if you get the rank for all the data. Now, first rank goes to which number? Let us select the first rank and the last rank. First rank has went with the highest unit price and the last rank went with the lowest unit price. Correct?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the common sense on the rank. Now, I want the lowest unit price to be a rank 1. How do I do that? Highest unit price is considered as rank 1. But now I want the smallest unit price as rank 1. Let me train you now. Go on the cell on which you worked on, the first cell under the column D for the rank column. Press F2. Let us edit the formula now. Press F2 and then hit a space bar and then say comma. After the selection of a range, you select a comma and now it is asking you 0 or 1. 0 meaning it says rank number as if reference were listed, sorted in descending order. Now type in 0 and close the bracket. Now say enter. Now what should I do? The first cell I edited, same replication should happen for all the cells. Therefore, I do double click. I do the double click. Now let me check by applying a filter Alt D FF for the first rank and the last rank. Still it is same. Still it is same. If you insert 0, the highest unit price goes with the first rank. Now I'll do Control Z. Now again I'll do the Control Z. Yeah. Instead of the 0, I edit the formula now by pressing F2. I remove the space bar I remove the parenthesis by clicking the backspace. Instead of 0, now I select 1. I edit that from 0 to 1 and then I close the bracket. Now I say enter. Now the first cell is the reference cell. I should do a double click. Now the ranks got changed. Let me see what has happened to the rank here. I do Alt D FF and then I open the filter for the rank. I will just select the rank 1 and the rank 67 and then now I see. Yes, here you can see the lowest unit price has gone with the first rank and the highest unit price has got 67. So this is the importance of smallest rank and the largest rank. How many of you got this? Task number 14, 15, 16.
I got, sir.
Okay, is it Priya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you seem to be very strong in the Excel. Please do continue to do that because Excel is all about the life for the MBAs. Trust me. No Excel, no corporate. Mark my words on this recorded session. Now, this is all about the rank which I was trying to talk about. Average rank, large number, small number, average if, current date and time, format cells. Format cells we will be doing every now and then. Every now and then. Now we will have to see quickly the 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21. Average rank. Is there any different formula for the average rank? We saw smallest and the largest. But do we have a same formula or a different formula for the average rank? Any guess? There should be a different formula. Now what I'll do, I'll just delete the output whatever I got here under the column D. I want you also to do that. After deleting the output, let us go and write is equal to rank, and you can see in the Excel it is advising you rank dot avg. Now what is the importance of getting a average rank? Average rank, the Excel is saying that it returns the rank of a number in a list of numbers, its size relative to other values in the list. If more than one value has the same rank, then something will happen to the average rank. Now let us do this and understand how the output looks like. Is equal to rank dot avg, open the bracket, number same, comma, reference the same range, nothing change, nothing new. And then I'll say close the bracket, hit enter. I also know that I should fix the range, so I'll edit the formula by clicking on F2. I select the range C2 to C68 and I press F4 so that I can see there is an application of $sign. Now I'll do a double click, I get the output. Now what is the difference between rank and average rank? Any guess from you? What is the difference between rank and average rank? Any guess from you guys? Yes or no?
No,
If you
sir.
know, okay, no guess, no problem. Now, what I'll do, I'll use a different sheet here. You can see here, Control N. I'm in a new workbook. I'm using the sheet. I'm shifting between the one window to the other window here. If you see here, how is that I do this? Alt long press, and then I'm doing tab. I can decide here which tab I should select in. Do this activity now. Alt should be a long press. You can use your left thumb and press tab. You can see here, just press the tab. You can see here a shift from one window to the another window. Now I'll go to that window. I'll select and then I'll copy the two columns C and D. I select column C and column D. I do Alt tab. You can see here Alt tab, and then I select a new workbook. I'll do a paste special values here. Just for the comparison, this is the average rank. Now ranks, I don't want the decimals, so I just select it and then I say here from the home button, I decrease the decimal and then I can make a rounding off. I'll select the entire column here. You're just seeing, you're not doing anything, you're just seeing. Then I filter it for the smallest to the largest. And now you can see the average rank, which has got his 1, 2, 3, 4 in the similar way till 67. But when you just apply a rank, let's see, I'm just applying a rank for the number, for the reference, I fix it. You're not doing anything, by the way. I'm just doing it. You are seeing what is that I'm doing. Just see here what happens. Yeah. If you see the average rank, there is an observation here. Let me zoom this page for you. This is the average rank and this is just the rank. And you can see here something. Now you tell me, what is that? What is the difference between the average rank and a rank? By saying that, I'm sure you can tell me the difference between the rank and the average rank. What is that difference? You're able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the difference on the highlighted one?
ಸರ್ ಯಾವರೇಜ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ 10 ಇದು 43.9 ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ 2 times ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ 10 ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 2 ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So that's why
Yes. Thank you. Thanks for that. In the same way, you can see here 28.5. That is the difference between the rank and the average rank. You can see here also 33.5 rank anta heltare. Here 33 is the rank. And you can see here 18 is 4 times. 18 is 4 times. 7.5, 37.5. And then you have 36. You can see here average rank. So you understood the difference between the rank and the average rank, correct?
yes sir.
I do control W and then I say don't save. Yes, I do the control home now. Let me come to the task here, the one whatever I did. I did the average rank. Now there is something called as find the third largest number, task number 18, task number 19, find the second smallest number from the given data set. Now let us do it together. Let us find out the largest number, third largest number in the unit price is equal to large. If you want to check the third largest price in the unit price column, you will be using a formula is equal to large, L-A-R-G-E, large, and then you will say, open the bracket, array is nothing but range. So I'll do control home, and then I select the entire range for unit price. Those who are doing a mouse, I'm also showing here now, you can do like this, using a mouse or a touchpad. Please select the complete range of column C, the unit price. And now you will have to put the comma. Now it is Excel is saying K. Which largest number you are seeing now? First, second, or third? What? You're checking for
Third,
which?
sir.
Yeah. Now you type in manually 3 and then close the bracket and say enter. I'm getting the output as 97. What about you guys?
Yes, sir. Same.
Answer same?
Yes, sir.
Now I would like to cross check that. I would like to cross check that by applying a filter Alt D FF. I'll do that Alt D FF. I'll go to the unit price. Now I open that drop down and then I go to the bottom here. If you see 97 is the third largest price. You don't say 1910 is the largest one. 1910 is a sum. 263.5 is the first largest. 123.79 is the second largest. 97 is the third largest. So our answer, whatever we got, is correct. In the same way, I want you to do for the smallest number, find the second smallest number. Can you guess what is the formula? Is equal to
Small.
small. Perfect. Is equal to small. Open the bracket and select the entire column of a unit price. Let me do that. Okay. What is the position of the smallest price we are checking?
Second, sir.
Second. I type in manually 2 and then close the bracket, enter 2. I may enter here. 4.5 is what the output I'm getting. What about you?
Yes, sir. 4.5.
Yes,
Perfect.
sir.
Now I'll just cross check it. You just see the screen here. Unit price. I'll open the filter. You can see 2.5 is the first smallest and 4.5 is the second smallest. And that is what the number we have as the output. And we use these kind of operations when we are actually working practically in the life. Now, average if I'll keep it reserve, I would say homework. You will be doing the experimentation of the average if. You can calculate the average for the column unit price. You can see here for the unit price, for the in stock, on order, reorder, the averages excluding 0. You will be calculating the average excluding the 0, and the formula you will have to try and explore. Maybe if you want to go for the Google, you can go for. So that is the homework for you guys you will be doing, and once you get the output, you can share it in the WhatsApp group. Now we have something called as current date and time. I will say is equal to NOW. Now open the bracket, close the bracket, hit enter, and that's it. We get the current date and time. Now, if you have any questions till here, you can ask me now. Have you got the current date and time?
Sir, can you tell again?
Yes. For the current date and time is equal to now, 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 eager. Now, open the bracket, close the bracket, and hit enter, and you will get the date and time of now. Is it working?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, thank you. It says 7/5/2021 and 1756, 5:56 as the time. Now, will you be doing the homework on 20th task, or you want me to show it right now quickly? What is your response? I'm talking to you guys. You will be doing this as a homework, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you will be sharing the answer in the WhatsApp group so that I will confirm you whether it is the right answer or incorrect answer. Now, listen carefully here. Sheet 1 was all about to bring you guys to some standard. Sheet 2 onwards, from next session onwards, we will be working on the sheet 2, that is the VLOOKUP conference table, VLOOKUP exercise 2, and the HLOOKUP. VLOOKUP exercise, which we will be doing, is the robust one. Any specialization for the matter, if you're working with the organizations, you will be using lookup operations. I generally get people asking me the question on, can you please quickly come online and then train us on lookup operations? Even now from my existing students. Because somehow they get to know that in the interview, in the last interview, in the technical interview, they will be definitely asked to calculate or to get the data using the lookup operations. And this is one of the deadliest one. And if you are sure about the lookup operations, nobody can stop you when it comes to the Excel. By saying that now, I'll click on the stop sharing and then I'll be coming here. In the interest of the time, I'll be stopping the recording.